Hey, I'm Corey with STRMS.
I'm Katie.
STRMS, what we do is we work with businesses and we help them to identify their processes, optimize the processes, and then automate their processes. We're helping businesses that need to improve their processes or want to understand what other technology they can actually use and helping them to actually automate it. So a lot of the businesses that we work with, they're businesses that feel like they're not getting the right data out of what they're trying to do. Their processes aren't optimized enough. They're doing a lot of rework. They're entering data 5 different times. That's the perfect time to work together. It's helping them through that journey. It's helping them understand what technology is out there and enable them to actually implement it and then automate it.
Yeah, another great place that we work with businesses is identifying bottlenecks, gaps. Maybe their team members aren't following the same processes.
They're all doing different
doing different things to accomplish the same thing.
And that's why we call it process improvement.
Yeah.
It is a big term. It is a bucket of a lot of stuff. But through that journey, I've always thought about it in 3 different phases.
Yeah.
It's the current state. So we'll go through, document what are your processes today? Not thinking about what could be, what the potential is, but what are your processes today? And however many variations there are of that.
Yeah. And it's surprising sometimes too, because when they start we extract the things out of their head, because a lot of these businesses don't have it documented. When we start extracting the actual process, they're shocked.
That's the aha moments.
Yeah, they're shocked that they're like, wow, there are a lot of redundancies, a lot of inefficiencies. And, I'm not really sure that we should have probably had that person sit in this meeting because I don't know what they actually do.
Yeah, I always say you know what your processes are because you do them on a daily basis, but it's when you can visualize them on a map or a flow chart, that's when those aha moments come about, when you can actually take a step back and be like, there's a lot involved in this.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell businesses when we work together with them is our job is to act as ignorant as possible.
Yep.
We want to pretend like we don't know anything about what they do because that's what allows us to uncover the processes through that first phase so that when we get to the second phase, which is more of that tech evaluation, app evaluation, now we have the foundation laid out and we can help them choose the right technology.
Yeah, it leads us into that process therapy that I talk about. We're asking those ignorant questions. We're like, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. So that once we get to that tech eval, it's like, okay, remember when we mapped this process? You said one of your pain points was X, Y, and Z. So this particular app needs to solve for that.
Yeah, and that app evaluation, what that does is that also lays the foundation for future state. So we have current state, phase 1, phase 2, understand the technology and where there could be improvements, or maybe you use the same tool, right? Maybe you're
maybe you're not optimizing it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the third phase, if you will, is that roadmap for them. And there's kind of 2 pieces to that. One is what does your processes look like with this new technology or expanded use
at
of
the current state.
Yep. Yeah. And then the other piece of the roadmap is what is your automation potential? Yep. Now that you've had the opportunity to optimize your processes, where can you then layer automation on top of it? Because one of the things I think we're really passionate about is don't just automate just to say that you're automating.
No, in fact, that's what you don't want to do.
That's the worst thing. Yeah.
You don't want to do, because the last thing you want to do is put an automation in, not understanding your current state processes and have it wreak havoc on your entire business.
Yeah. And there's a reason why some people go through process improvement first, because maybe the team is following, like you said, different workflows, right? And automation it's just an algorithm, right? At the end of the day, if something falls outside of that workflow, the automation's not going to work.
No.
And that's why this is critical for businesses that don't have clearly defined processes, is this helps them actually begin to use automation in a way that actually helps them leverage and scale.
Yeah, if you create an automation and your team isn't following the same process, then whatever's triggering that automation might not get triggered. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So then you have this automation sitting there that's not even working anymore.
And so that's why we go through this process. So we'll go through those 3 phases, and the outcome of this all is actually businesses that now they have their workflows documented for hiring, training, redundancy purposes.
Which is huge. That's huge.
That alone
Yeah.
is a big piece of this. They've optimized their tech stack, whether it's the existing tech stack or an expansion or change. They have their future state documented and enabled, and they have an automation roadmap. So here's all the areas of opportunity for automation, but maybe only these 5 make the most sense. Right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the ways that we like to start working with businesses is we'll do a free process mapping for them to help us identify whether you need to go through this process improvement first. And it also helps us get to know each other better. If you're a business and you want to automate or you want to create leverage and efficiency through automation or AI, if you're not quite sure where to start or what's possible to automate, check out our website, book the free process mapping, and we'll help you identify either whether you're ready for automation or whether it makes more sense for you to work on your processes before jumping straight to automation. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to us. You can find us at streams.io and like and subscribe.